I worry for Ananta not having character gacha because look at what is happening with Do It Night Abyss and their revenue and their budget. Now, no shade here, Llama. Like, I totally get it. The gacha revenue website is a website that is used by the vast majority of tribalists over on social media, people that use my revenue is higher than your revenue. Okay, she's talking here, so I have to stop her. These people that use the my revenue is higher than your revenue argument, which means my game is then by extension better than your game. They base it off of a website that is completely speculative. This website, the gacha revenue website, which actually takes from Sensor Tower. 8 days ago, chat, I did a video titled "They Lied About Wuthering Waves Revenue." In this video, I went on to showcase how it was reported by Tencent themselves that Wuthering Waves had become an evergreen title. This was from the Tencent website themselves. To become an evergreen title, you need to average 5 million mobile players per day or 2 million PC players per day, and you have to generate over, it was $570 million. $572 million at the time of this video 8 days ago, which meant that Wuthering Waves had made $572 million bare minimum and had a bare minimum of over 5 million players at that time, because this is annual revenue. Annual meaning over a 12-month period. This is not factoring into launch. This is factoring in that 12-month period. The revenue for WUWA was off the charts. And the gacha revenue website was actually reporting an average of 10 to what, $12 million, I think, with a spike of 39 million that one time. But typically, they were reporting 10 to $20 million per month. That was vastly under what Tencent themselves were reporting. Vastly under. Now, let's go here and take a look at the gacha revenue website right now. It lists Arknights Enfield, okay, as having grossed $28.5 million. 28.5. However, I was messaged on not only was a message on social media, but I reached out to verify the validity of this earlier. I was DM'd this tweet in specific. Arknights Enfield has reportedly achieved a cumulative revenue of over 1.2 billion RMB, which is over 173 million US dollars across all platforms worldwide. So you're looking at this right here. This says 28 million. Now, this right here, this is an actual article from Hypergriff themselves, chat. This was much like in the case of Tencent here, who revealed the actual revenue for Wuthering Waves being at over 550 million. Hypergriff, the developers themselves behind Arknights Enfield, confirmed the following. They launched their self-developed operated new game Arknights Enfield globally across multiple platforms. Within 2 weeks of its launch, the game achieved a cumulative revenue of over 1.2 billion RMB, which again is over $173 million across all platforms, mobile, console, PC. This is also factoring in the refunds that they had to do, if you recall. There was the PayPal issue where their people were overcharged or charged for purchases they didn't made, and then they cut off PayPal purchases within an hour or two, and they refunded, I think, tens of thousands, $50,000 to $100,000 worth of purchases over that hour period, with PC revenue accounting for nearly 60% in the domestic market. So that is within China. Over 60% in China play on PC. So this is something that actually not even Kudo has done. Hypergriff themselves confirmed the statistics, the division between platforms. They confirmed how many people were playing this game on PC versus how many people were playing it on mobile and console. 60% in China on PC and PlayStation combined. And overseas, so globally, 70% of people play on PC and console. What this means is that the mobile revenue alone in China is 40%. The mobile revenue globally is 30% only. 30% of players play the game on mobile. That's crazy. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. This new game breaks the traditional pattern of mobile centricity, becoming Hypergriff's first global product to achieve balanced performance across multiple platforms. Now, console, I'm assuming here, has a lower player base than PC when it comes to gacha games, so I'd probably go ahead here and wager about 40% in China play on PC and 50% globally play on PC. So realistically, PC is, as they stated here, mobile is no longer the central platform that is the most played on. So this website right here that tracks revenue that says 28 million mobile, okay, 173 million, let's say what, 40% China and 30% global. Let's just kind of like 35%, 1.2 RMB, wait, billion RMB to US dollars. That is $173 million. So let's say, what is 35% of $173 million? $60 million, chat. According to Hypergriff themselves, that is roughly the revenue on mobile right now. Here is the mobile, or the gacha revenue website. This right here, they are reporting 28 million. Hypergriff confirmed 60. Potentially more. See the insane discrepancy between these numbers? Wuthering Waves did the same thing. They were a minimum of half, 35% of what Tencent themselves were confirming, maybe even lower. Hypergriff have debunked the gacha revenue website. Tencent with Wuwa have debunked the gacha revenue website. Why do people still believe this? They're looking at this, right? They're like, Love and Deep Space is down. Arknights Enfield, dead game, only made 28 million. Zenless down to only 23 million. Wuwa down to 19 million. They confirmed Wuwa is actually the, patch 3.1 is the highest, if not second highest grossing patch in the entire history of the game. Arknights Enfield, nah, not 28 million, bro, not at all. Like the revenue for these games is skyrocketing, is exponentially more than is being reported on by that website. It's unbelievable. So that is why you do not believe what this website says. You do not trust what this website says for any game. Genshin, 100 million easy. Fate Grand Order, probably 100 million plus. Zenless, probably 100 million. Let's be real. Everything here is 20, 30, maybe 40% of the total revenue. That's it. This is one of the biggest piles of steaming turd of a website that fuels some of the most angry, hate-filled, tribalistic gacha players in the genre. Whenever they want to one-up your game, they say, look at my game up top, or look at my game here, or my game makes more than your game. No, that's fucking bullshit. That's a lie, and it's disingenuous to trust them at all. $60 million on mobile, chat. $173 million. These people are lying. They are lying on social media. They are rage baiting you into believing that the game is doing poorly. They are rage baiting you into believing that their game is better, that your game isn't doing well, because they want your game to fail. They want you to believe your game is failing, because if you think your game is failing, then their argument holds more validity. And if you think your game is failing, then you'll be less inclined to play it. And if you don't play it, then they win. Like, everything they're doing is just a means to an end to screw you over and to screw your game up, because the more negativity comes out surrounding the closure, shutdown, decline of a game, the more people spread that false narrative. And the more people spread that false narrative, the more it becomes a reality, because nobody wants to play a dead game. Nobody wants to play a game that is on the decline. But unfortunately, by extension of that negative statement being spread, less people are then inclined to even pick it up. So it's insane. Like, the same thing is even going to happen with this game, NTE. It is 100% going to happen to this. this. This is gonna release, the same communities are gonna say, haha, dead game only made 20, 30, 40 million. When the reality is it's probably gonna make over 100, just like fucking Enfield did. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.